All right, we should be live on Twitch now. Hello. Welcome back to my Uncanny Adventures Twitch channel. We are going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons today, and we are playing the Forge of Fury, which was an old D&D adventure that was updated to 5th edition in the Tales from the Yawning Portal book. And today I have with me some new players, some old players, so we're going to go around and let them introduce themselves and who they're going to be playing today before we get started. So I will start with Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I play Clarilla, the Wood Elf Ranger. Ranger. Um, and this is the second time I think. Yeah, the second time that I'm in a game of yours, and basically that's it. There's not really much to say about my character. That you'll find out later.
All right, and then we have Brad.
Hey, I'm Brad. First time playing on a Twitch stream. I'm playing Ryzon, Githyanki Fighter Samurai, and anything else you'll find out about him if you go.
All right, and Barry.
Hi, I'm Barry. I'm playing Cormac, a Wood Elf Rogue. I just really like shiny things, so I'm hoping to fill my bag up with shiny stuff.
And Jamie.
I'm Jamie. I'll be playing Ardak. He is a gold dragon-born barbarian with a trident.
I saw that on your sheet. I like that. All right, so so these characters have been conscripted by a local lord in the town of Mirabar, which is up in the northern part of the Faerun. And so the Baron, Althon, is a local noble who hired you all. He has heard of a legendary cache of weapons that came from the famous Durgeddin smiths. The smiths are gone. They've disappeared, but their weapons are still out and about. But he's heard that there is a large cache of them all in the old forge where they used to create them. And he thinks that he's discovered the location, but he needs you all to go and find out for sure. And he's willing to pay you each 20 gold pieces plus all your travel costs to go and to investigate whether it's there or not. He'll pay you 100 gold pieces more if you actually bring him back detailed maps of this dwarven cavern that he's heard about. And so you all have signed on for this task. And you have to go north into the hills past the mines to a smaller mining settlement called Blazingdale, which is the closest settlement to this hillside where he thinks the mines are located. So you all have gotten together, collected your gear, and set out for Blazingdale. And so here's a little flavor of what you know as far as the Durgeddin mines and things like that. So Durgeddin was a master smith. He forged blades of surpassing quality and power. Centuries ago, his home was sacked by orcs. Durgeddin led the remnants of his clan to the mountains north of the town of Blazingdale, and he established a small secret stronghold somewhere in the wilderness there. From that secret hidden redoubt, he waged a decades-long vendetta against the orcs that had destroyed his home. The orcs, however, came and put siege to his new home, and they killed Durgeddin and his followers. While much of the wealth was taken from the caverns, people are sure that it wasn't all stolen. So the deepest hidden vaults are yet to be found, and that's where you all come in. You come to the small town of Blazingdale, small mining community. It's in the northern frontier, and this is the last stop for you to resupply and get ready to head into the hills to find this stronghold. So, as you guys are coming into this small town as this story starts. So what do you want to do? It's just a little village. You see there's like a small temple, there's a general store, a tavern, a few small homes and things like that, a couple of like barracks buildings where like the single miners live, but otherwise just a quiet, calm little settlement up in the foothills.
Ardak wants to go to the general store
Okay.
and see if they have any lanterns.
Ah. So you make your way to the small general store, and you see the sign outside. It says Tom Superior Outfitting and Dry Goods. And you can see as you come to the door, puttering around inside is a dwarf. He's sort of restocking one of the shelves close to the door.
You there, shopkeep.
He picks up a tankard from the floor. He takes a sip.
Do you have any lanterns for sale?
Of course I have lanterns for sale. That's kind of a crazy question.
Well, I'm on kind of a crazy mission.
Ah, I see.
How much?
Oh, I can sell you a really fine lantern for 5 silver pieces. It was my mother's.
I'll take that.
All right then. So he will go and he gets this little pristine little lantern that looks well kept. Brings it over, puts it down. Can I help you with anything else?
Do you know anything about the tales of Durgeddin and his little caverns?
Well, yes, I know that he was killed by a bunch of orcs many years ago. Those orcs, their descendants still roam the hills north of here. They like to raid the outer farms and things like that, and they're known to kidnap farmers and then try to ransom them back to people.
Do you know where this cavern of his might be, by any chance?
Well, if rumor holds, it's somewhere up in the Stone Toots. It's about 3 days' journey from here. 2 if you take horses.
Any other dangers up there besides some orcs we gotta kill?
I mean, I'm sure there's bears and other wildlife that you'd have to watch out for. You're further north, so, I mean, there could be the occasional giant. You don't know once you leave the common roads and go into the woods. It gets dangerous out there.
All right, good to know. And then Ardak will just take the lantern and kind of head back towards where everybody else is.
So I followed him in there, and I sort of strike up conversation afterwards. Do you have any arrows?
Of course I've got some arrows.
How many do you have? I feel like I might need a lot.
Well, there's 60 of them over there, all fletched and ready to go.
How much?
Well, let me see. They're very nice arrows, you know.
I'm sure they are. Quality merchandise.
How many would you be wanting?
How many do you want to sell me?
I mean, if you want to buy all of them, that's fine.
Let's go with 30.
30 arrows. All right, let's see. So, he tells you that he can sell you 30 arrows for he'll do it for 20 gold pieces.
All right. How about 25 for 15?
25 or 15. Make a persuasion check.
All right.
First roll. Oh,
Hey, that bodes well for the campaign.
He says, "Oh, well, 25 for 15. How about 20 gold for 25?
All right, I give him 15 and just say, what can you give me for it?
He gives you 15 arrows.
Yay, that was expensive. Thank you very much.
You're
Maybe
welcome.
meet again.
All right. If you need anything else, just look for Tom. That's a me.
All right.
All right then.
I think I'm gonna make my way over to this temple.
All right.
I want to see what religion they follow.
All right, so you walk over and you can make me a religion check as you get closer and see some different symbols and things on the outside of the church.
Okay.
All right, so you walk over and you see this like tall statue with its arms raised, and it looks like it's holding up a bright sun. And you quickly surmise that they worship Lathander here, the Morning Lord. And you see inside the open doors is a woman dressed in priest vestments, and she's sort of moving around. She's putting out some books into different seats and things, and looks like she's getting ready maybe for a service.
So I will go in and talk to her and ask her what she knows about Durgeddin.
She turns and she looks at you and she kind of looks surprised. You're an unfamiliar face, and she doesn't seem to have seen your kind before. She's like, "Oh, you startled me. Hello?"
Oh, I'm sorry for startling you, madam. I was just wondering what you knew of Durgeddin in these here parts.
Oh, oh, the legends of the dwarven smith. Yes, no, I think. Well, we've had adventurers come through here before. There's supposed to be an old mine or something somewhere north of here that he set up and ran until the orcs came and took it over.
Do you have any parishioners that maybe know something?
Well, you know who might know is we do have the sergeant who's in charge of the local guard. He's he's pretty well versed with the area. You could probably find him at this hour of the day. He's probably doing his rounds on the northern side of town.
On the northern side of town, you say?
Yeah. He's tall. He's a little over 6 feet. Burly, half orc. You can call him by Sir Kuhn. He'll just tell him that Sister Alonza sent you.
Sister Alonza?
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you. It's nice meeting you, Sister Alonza.
Yes, and you are?
I'm Rizaan.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you.
Heard of my god Vlakath before?
No, I haven't.
The one true god.
Yeah. Well, here we worship the Morning Lord, but the Morning Lord is welcoming of all people.
Very well. Well, thank you very much for the information, madam.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a blessed day.
You too.
Bye.
And I will walk out of the church and start heading back towards the group.
She follows you to the door, kind of watching you with this curious look. And then she goes back to her business in the church.
Okay.
So you guys have collected your items from the general store. You've talked to the priestess. What else would you guys like to do? You've traveled north on foot, so you've been told that this the Stone Tooth is 3 days' journey on foot north of town.
Ardak's going to look at the group. Should we try to acquire horses? Get there quicker?
Well, I would like to go find the sergeant of the local guard up on the north side of town. He may have some information for us.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, so you guys.
I'm easy with anything.
Okay.
Finding horses or stealing horses, borrowing horses, as I prefer to put it.
Why don't we just walk? It'll be much more fun. Plus, nobody can hear us get there.
Or that.
Takes us much longer.
All right. So as you guys are talking, you're kind of making your way around to look for this captain of the guard. And you come around the northern side of the tavern building. and you see a tall half-orc man, and he's in conversation with a smaller woman. Both of them are wearing it looks like guard vestments. He seems to have like an insignia on his chest, and then she has some kind of smaller insignia, and they're kind of talking between each other, standing like next to a fence as you guys approach.
I call out to them, "Yo there, is Circum there? Circun."
They both look over and stop talking, and then he says something else to the woman, and then they start walking towards you. And the tall half-orc looks at you all, and he gives like a gruff nod, and he says, "I'm Sergeant Colm. What can I do for you, strangers?"
Well, we are looking for the lost mines of Durgeddin, and heard that you may know something.
Yes, I've heard stories over the years. It's supposed to be somewhere up on the Stone Tooth. There's a tribe of orcs that have that camp up that way, though. I've never actually seen any sign of a mine myself, but I tend not to stray more than a day or so out of town. It can get dangerous. Just to the edge of the local farms is as far as we like to go, further north. But I can, if you want to come back to my office, I have an office in the lower level of the tavern. I can have a map of that region I could give you, if it helps.
A map sounds useful.
If you're going to head up that way, it's probably your safest bet to take it with you. So
Sounds good to me.
he looks at the woman who's standing nearby, and he says, "Constable, I'm going to help these people out. Why don't you finish the rounds around to the other side, and then we'll get some horses and check out the farms and the outlying areas before it gets too late in the day." And she
Horses, you
nods.
say?
He looks over. He says, "Yes, horses."
I don't suppose you'd have a few extra.
Well, I myself, I only have the ones that I borrow from the tavern. But if you talk to Miss Bankdown in the tavern, she may be able to rent you a couple of horses if you need them for travel.
Very well. Thank you.
Sure. Follow me. You can kill two birds with one stone. We'll go to my office, and then I'll introduce you to Miss Bankdown. So he motions for you guys to follow along, goes around to the front of the building, walks in, kicks the dirt off the bottom of his shoes as he goes in. It's just a little tavern, not very brightly lit. There's a couple lanterns lit. The windows are kind of half shuttered because there's a little bit of chill in the air up here. And he walks through. You don't see anybody in the tap room right now. It's kind of an off hour. And he goes off to one side to an office door, and he kind of uses a key, opens it up, and he says, "Wait right here, I'll dig out that map." And he disappears inside for a couple of minutes. And he'll come back out, and he brings out, and I will show you a map in Roll20. Let's see. Where are you, my friend? So, he gives you, and you guys can see that map of the Stone Tooth. So you can see, it looks like it rises up to pretty high elevation. So it's a small like peak out back out in the wilderness. There's a lake and things out there, and he says, "So, yeah, this is about 3 days north of here. We had some cartographers come through a few years ago and do some mapping of the area. They got about this far before they got chased away by the orcs. So, but this should help you if you head up that way so you don't get lost."
Whereabout on this map would you find those orcs?
They actually, you gotta be careful. If they run rampant all along that mountainside. Somewhere in there, I would say, they definitely have a couple of lairs where they stay. But we've never had a big enough force to kind of ferret them out and chase them out of here. So we usually just try to keep them further north, away from town.
Any other spots we should worry about?
I mean, on your way, just you need to be careful. Watch out for local wildlife. Things grow bigger and more dangerous up here in the north. You never know when you're gonna come across. You could come across some polar bears coming down too far south. You could come across. Oh, we got dire wolves in the woods. You have to be careful of. Just all manner of creature could be out and about. So you just have to be careful and watch yourselves. But you look like a sturdy sort. I don't think you'll all have too many problems as long as you don't go looking for direct trouble.
Is there any bounties for the orcs?
I mean, there's no specific bounties, but here and there they have taken people. I mean, if you were to bring back information on locals that they've taken, or even if you were able to find some of the people they've taken that they're ransoming, I'm sure that the families would be happy to. They can't afford the ransoms the orcs are asking, but I'm sure they'd be willing to pay something more reasonable to bring back their loved ones if they're still alive up there.
What's the weather like up there? Is it cold?
Well, it's a little chilly during the day if there's a breeze. The nights get a bit cold. Yeah, you have to be careful, and obviously going up further in elevation, if you get up toward the peak of that hillside, it's gonna be pretty cold in the nighttime. You're gonna want to bundle up.
Cool.
So, and you wanted to find out about horses. Let me see. He walks kind of out and looks around. And he's like, Sorrel, and you hear a clattering of pots in the back. And a woman sticks her face out. You can see she's got really short cropped hair. She's got little pointed ears. So you see she's a half elf. And she sticks her head out and she's like, I told you not to startle me like that. Oh, company, hi. What can I do for you? Sorrel, welcome to my tavern. So yeah. Hi.
We were interested in renting some horses from you.
Sure. How long do you want them, and how many do you need?
Well, we'll need 4, and
Okay, 4 horses. Mm-hmm.
Say a week.
7 days, 4 horses. It's 20, and then 2. So, yeah, I could probably do that for about 75 gold pieces.
When were the horses out for the last time? When did you last take them out?
Oh well, we switch them out. We usually have them taken out and ridden out to the farms. Run a couple times a week and things like that.
Well, I just feel like maybe they want to go on a longer adventure. I mean, we'd be doing you a favor.
Well, I mean,
surely we could both help each other out here.
Well, how much were you looking to spend? I mean, maybe we could come to an agreement.
Well, so the thing is, where we're going to be finding some great things, hopefully, and we'll be bringing some back. We can bring you some back.
Are you going treasure hunting? Oh, they're treasure hunting. She points at they're treasure hunting. I mean, roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, God. I should stop doing that.
But why? It's so much fun.
I know, but still.
Bad.
Yeah. So she kind of thinks about it and she says, well, all right, well, what if... well, how much could you put down as a down payment on the rental?
I look to the others, hoping they know that I've spent the last of my money buying arrows. I don't even know why I'm talking. I just like haggling.
Well, I can put in about 10 gold.
Okay, 10.
I suppose I could throw in 10.
Okay, so 20 gold piece down payment. All
What
right.
is she wearing?
She's just wearing like some simple like pants and just a dress down shirt, and it's kind of like looks like maybe she was doing dishes. There's some damp spots on it and things like that.
I take out some clothes I have. I've got some dark common clothes, and I sort of go, "How about these? What do you think of these? Do you like them?"
Oh, those are kind of nice for like a day, like a dress up kind of day. So how about what if we do so I'll take 20 gold down payment for the rental, and I can give you the 4 horses, and then it would be 100 gold when you brought them back, since you're going to get super duper rich. And she smiles. But if you don't bring them back, you have to pay the cost of the horses.
If we don't bring them back, I likely won't be back.
That's a fair point. So, I mean, so it doesn't hurt to agree to that. So if you come back and you're rich and you don't have the horses, then you pay for them. But you should have them if you're back. I'm taking a lot of the risk here.
That you are, ma'am.
Really nice clothes out of it.
I did. They're very nice. Thank you.
They're yours.
Ooh. So she will be like, all right, so 20 gold. She takes the 20 gold pieces, puts it away, and then she walks you around back to the side of the building, and there's like a stable door, and she shows you there's like 6 horses in there, and there's all saddles and things hanging on the wall nearby, and she says, you can choose whichever ones you want, and there's like one like brown and white, there's a dark brown, there's a like a almost pitch black one, there's a couple grays.
Ardak will take the pitch black one.
It looks good against your golden skin.
That's exactly what I was going for. The aesthetic.
The golden scales.
I suppose I'll take one of the grays.
I always take the closest one to me.
All right, so you get the brown and white.
Is there a white one?
You look in the back, and there is just one she's white with a little bit of like gray, like in her mane.
Yep. I'd like that one, please.
Okay. So.
And food for these horses, do we need any, or?
She says you should be able to find plenty for them to graze on your journey. I don't think you should have any trouble. They're built for this kind of terrain and this kind of weather in this area, so you should be okay.
And if we need to pay for the whole horse, which doesn't return, how much is it per horse?
It's 75 gold per horse.
That's a lot of gold for a horse. Okay.
Yeah, but look at the horses. They're pretty. They're worth
We
the
don't
money.
have to come back.
Do we have stuff to make a map?
Yeah, you would probably have, because you were sent, you would have been provided with, like, parchment and, like, writing tools and things to actually make this map that you have to make.
Cool, just making sure, because that's some big chunk of our money there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm certainly capable of making a map.
Excellent. So you have horses. You have some new supplies. What do you all want to do?
What time of day is it?
Mid-morning.
So it's 2 days there on horse, 2 days back. And how long do we want to say give for us to be in there? Because I may need more rations.
Oh, I can. While we're out here in the wilderness, I can provide for us with food and water.
Awesome. Well then, I'm set.
I think we should just go.
Let's get started.
All right. So you leave on your horses a little before noon, heading north into the foothills. So as you travel north, you passed into a pine forest and traveled through some deep vales. And you travel for the first couple days. It's not too bad. There's kind of a roadway through the farmlands and things into the forest, and the forest is kind of easy to track through for the most part. And then you come into the low-lying hills and things like on the second day of your travel. And you can see in the distance as the land starts to rise, and what you see in the distance is you're pretty sure that should be the Stone Tooth based on the description you were given. So after camping for a second night and getting up in the morning, you find yourself kind of at the foothill and looking up at this steep hill that rises toward a very prominent bare knob of rock. You can actually see far up there near the knob at the top, there's a thin spire of smoke that's sort of rising up from somewhere. You can't tell exactly where, but it looks like just this streak of dark black smoke that just rises continuously up and into the air.
Would I be able to, as my amazing nature ranger kind, would I be able to tell what kind of smoke it is? Is it like a fire, like a campfire or something?
You can make a nature check.
I would love to make a nature check. I think I just double-clicked that.
That's okay. The first one was a natural 20.
Oh yeah, tell me everything. What do I see?
So looking up at it, it definitely looks like a controlled smoke. Like it's probably coming from some kind of, I mean, you would have to guess it looks like a cooking fire or some kind of large campfire somewhere up in the mountain. Mm-hmm. You also notice there appears to be a narrow sort of track that seems to run back and forth across the face of the mountainside, almost like a worn out pathway that someone has been using regularly to go up and down this slope.
Okay. Do I see any tracks on it? Like any tracks I'd recognize?
You can make a survival check.
Why not?
So looking around, there's a lot of like different kinds of tracks. There's animal tracks and things like that. You do see like a cluster of larger like humanoid tracks, but they kind of all cover over each other, like they've passed this way many times, so you're not sure.
Mm-hmm. I'll point it out to the others and tell them about this fire.
Reckon those are orc tracks.
Orcs are my favorite enemy, so if those were orc tracks, would I get advantage?
Yes, you would. So
should have mentioned that. Orcs and goblins, for the record.
All right, so yeah, so then in that case, your 23 roll applies to this. So you do actually pick out amongst these tracks that kind of come and go up and down the path and sort of go over each other. You see that 4 booted sets of prints have come down from the hill within the last day. And you see they head off into the forest away from the lower edge of the cliff. Like not in the direction you came, but sort of to the east of the way you came.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like a party of 4 large booted orcs went into the forest yesterday.
I look around and look at my companions and I go, we can take 4 orcs, right?
4 orcs is easy.
I mean, we've just been traveling. We might as well, just...
Take them now instead of have them return later.
Gotta limber up a little bit.
Exactly. Let's just see, because we haven't really done much together before. I mean, we've just been traveling and talking, but, I mean, might as well. I mean, they might have some treasure on them. Goes to pay for the horses.
It's true.
I'm down. Where are we going to put the horses, though, right now?
What's around us? What do we? So we've got the little path. What else is near us?
So it's just the kind of the trail you followed through the tree line, and then it's a lot of forest and things like that. Though there's areas where if you go into the woods, you can find that they open up into like little areas that are kind of like no trees, little clearings.
Put them in the clearing, maybe.
Is the clearing visible by the track?
No, it's a little ways back, so it's off out of sight from the trail.
Cool, I just don't want someone stealing my 75 gold horse. Like, they can take yours, I just don't want mine being stolen.
That's fair.
I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you bring back one horse, whether it's your horse or somebody else's.
You can claim it's your horse.
But as long as I'm riding a horse back into town, I'm happy.
Very good.
Or we can ransom the horse back to him.
We'll think about that one.
I'm just putting ideas out there.
All right, so you discuss this as you bring the horses back, set them off the trail out of sight, kind of tie them up where they can get to some grasses and things and eat. And then you make your way back to where you were able to see the tracks leading off into the woods. And you guys follow the tracks further in?
Absolutely.
All right, so...
Do it.
Can I keep an eye out for any movement?
Sure, just roll me a perception check.
Now, I've got perception as one of my expertise ones, so
Ooh.
I get to add my proficiency on top of this again.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, because that'll be a 12 then.
Nice. All right, so you are keeping an eye out and watching the trees around you as you guys follow these tracks. So you follow them into the woods for a ways, maybe about a half mile or so. And then you notice that the tracks seem to join up with a lot of older tracks that disappear further into the woods, and they kind of become indistinguishable amongst each other. Your first thought is that this must be like a usual trek for them, like they must go foraging and hunting in this direction. So you can't really tell exactly where they went on this trek, but you do see that they come back this way every time. So you think...
Sounds like a good place for an ambush.
That's what I was thinking.
So
We want to set up a little perimeter. Just wait.
That's what I was thinking. Hide in the trees here, wait for them to show themselves.
How far away from the fire are we now?
You're about a half mile from the lower reaches of that hill. You've gone a half mile deeper into the woods.
Okay.
Can Clarilla tell how recent these tracks have been? Or get a better look at tracking?
She can make another survival check if she wants to.
She does. She was just looking at her abilities and its advantage.
Yep. So looking at these, it seems like these tracks like have been walked over and over and over again here many times. It looks like you can see where the party of orcs that came down the hill, the 4 from a day ago, went in, and then it's kind of been covered. They kind of went over other tracks that had gone before. You kind of figure that at least this set and one other set of tracks that you see are only, the second set's only another day or so old. So you think there's at least 2 hunting parties that went in here and have disappeared into the forest. But you kind of go a little further on, and you're not sure, because the paths are so well worn, you're not sure which path they took this time to go from here. They kind of split off and go deeper into the woods. But all of the returning tracks sort of funnel back through here and go back up the hill.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 hunting parties out there.
Yes, you do realize at this point that there's at least 2 groups that have not come back yet.
I do like the idea of the ambush, especially if there's 2 or more groups.
We can take 8.
We can,
Easy.
but I think we should. I think we should have I mean, orcs can be a little gnarly, and there can be a little bit about them. I think if we have the advantage and the element of surprise, I think we'll fare much better. I think if we do chill, plus we've just been traveling. If we chill around these trees a little bit, then we can see what happens.
So,
and if they don't turn up anytime soon, we can always go after them.
Yeah, you do know, because you favor orcs as an enemy, you know that they tend to travel at night and they sleep during the day. So they're likely, at this point during the day, they're likely somewhere camped out sleeping. And they won't be up and about and moving until tonight, once the sun has gone down.
And what time of day is it now?
So it's like mid-morning again. Like, you guys spent your 2 days, and you guys headed
always
up here.
Mid-morning.
It's always mid-morning when you start. No matter when you end, it's always mid-morning when you start. Yep. Mid-morning is a good time of day.
Well, if they're sleeping, we can still ambush them. Sneak up on them.
Is any one of us particularly good at the whole sneaking up and going up close? I'm pretty good at being quiet.
I'm pretty good at stealth. I don't mean to brag, but it's kind of my bread and butter.
But you do.
Oh, I'm certainly
I'm
not.
decent at stealth.
I'm
also good at running away, so...
I mean, we could be stealth buddies. We could go up there together and just see what we can find.
And then we can scream and run back if things get too dangerous.
Well, I mean, that is an option. Or we could just take them all on, kill them all, and not tell the others. Be the heroes.
Good luck with that.
Not kill them and say that we did anyway, and just say it's a third hunting pack.
Yeah, that'll work. I'd say we should investigate the area a bit more.
You do know we can hear you two, right? Just pointing that one out there.
I'm talking in Elvish.
I mean,
Do you understand Elvish?
Who else speaks Elvish?
I don't.
Oh,
See, you didn't even understand our conversation.
We're talking in Elvish here.
Well, what else? We've got this.
Yeah, we're like buddies. Oh God, we might actually be related. Anyway, yeah, I mean, so yeah, let's go.
All right, so you're going to try and track down one or both of these hunting parties?
We'll just go for one of them first if they split.
All right. So, who's going in and trying to track further in? Are you all going to go together for a while until you locate them, or are you going to split up?
If we are trying to be stealthy, I certainly am not coming.
Ardak will stay behind. He's going to stay right where this funneling is and kind of just like move into the tree line a little bit, just to hang out there while these two sneak ahead.
I think it'd be really worth it if you guys could hide, like prepare an ambush in case they do come out towards you.
Or if you see us running back.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Of course.
Is there a safety word you want us screaming?
Help, help, oh God, help.
That works.
Fair.
Hopefully that does. I can't see myself saying that anywhere else.
Right, let's go.
Okay.
Let's do something. Clarilla's getting restless.
All right, so roll me, both of you who are going deeper into the woods, roll me stealth checks.
And stealth is my other expertise. So
all right.
that is 31 for me.
Look at us. Nobody knows we exist.
I'm going to roll a stealth. I'm not trying to be like super hidden in the tree line, but like hidden enough.
Okay.
Just to see what happens.
You just want to roll.
Nope.
So I'm going to do the same thing to see if I can hide in the tree line, but I do this at disadvantage, of course, because I am wearing heavy armor.
I love it.
Still probably better than me.
Oh.
No.
I think we split the party right.
So the two of us are just like, we think we're hidden, like just holding a branch in front of our faces.
And as the other two, as Cormac and Clarilla are like leaving, you just hear nothing but noise and shuffling back in the trees behind you, and you like see them like in the trees. You look back, you're like, 100 feet out already, and yet you can still tell where they both are in the trees. Like,
It's my gold scales. They glitter in the sun.
Are we setting them up as bait and we're waiting for them? Is that what we're doing?
Do you think we should have given them like branches with actual leaves on them?
No.
I mean, to be fair, we're leaving the barbarian. Are you a monk?
I'm a fighter.
Fighter. I mean, we're the fair bait if we're gonna leave anybody behind.
So you're wearing heavy armor. Is it like very reflective? So I'm imagining, like, considering it's midday, the sun sort of, creating a massive like
Shines off my scales, shines off his armor.
Absolutely. My chainmail armor is just bulging with light as the sun glints off of it.
Somewhere up on the hill, there's like an orc lookout, like.
No, I do like shiny things, but
we'll leave those alone.
Well, thank you.
All right, so the two of you slipping through the trees and disappearing quietly into the darkness of the trees. Make me a survival check to see if you can follow the correct path for the most recent party of orcs.
That is with advantage.
Yes.
Thankfully.
So you guys, you take your time. You make your way slowly along because it's very difficult to discern between the tracks here where they've gone. But you were pretty sure you're on one of the fresher tracks. But you travel for a while. Like, you guys are tracking, and you go. It's like you go a mile and you haven't found them. You go like 2 miles away. You finally can't hear your friends in the back that you left behind. Finally, there's no more telltale signs of them in the background.
Were they fighting again? I think they were fighting again.
I think they're dead. It's the only way we can't hear them.
And so you end up like traveling. You spend probably the better part of 2 hours or so, like slowly tracking, but the tracks become fresher and fresher as you go. Make me perception checks.
That is 21.
All right. So Cormac, you hear up ahead the sound of just rustling, like light movement in like the trees, like cracking of a twig. Like something is just up ahead, maybe 100 feet or so from where you are.
I want to make sure that I've got my bow and arrow out just in case something comes out. I want to be ready.
I'll have my daggers out.
Is it coming towards us?
It's not coming toward you. It's stationary up ahead.
Let's sneak a little bit closer.
All right. So, back at base camp, you two have been kind of hanging out, making noise. It's been about, they went away about an hour or so ago, and you're there.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably dead.
Do you guys just kind of hang out and keep waiting?
Yeah,
Right.
I got.
Yeah, can I roll a perception to kind of just keep an ear out in case something
Sure.
is kind of come and get us?
All right, so you're listening carefully. You kind of keep your eye back on just where you can see the rise start up the hill. You look through the tree line up higher. You don't see any movement on the hillside. You feel pretty good that you're in a good location where you're not going to get seen.
Okay.
So as you two wait and the other hour goes by, they still haven't come back. We go back to the elves in the woods. You guys creep forward silently through the trees. And as you get about 40 feet further in, so you're about 60 feet from where this sounded like it was coming from, you see a large hulking shape sort of walking. It looks like he's walking a perimeter of some kind. You can just kind of make him out. He's got like hide armor over, like these hides over his shoulders. And now as you're closer, you can kind of hear the... And he kind of makes a circle of this one area and then sort of stops. And then he circles back the other way. He looks like he's maybe a sentry. on watch.
Is probably watching while the others sleep. Do you think we can take him?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put my dagger away and throw out my rapier because it's stronger.
Okay.
Are we just going to attack him? Do we have a plan, or are we just going in?
I shoot my arrow at him.
All right.
I guess we're just going in.
Awesome. Let's see.
Because I took the assassin thing, so I get advantage on attack rolls. And then there's a crit.
All right. So
The sneak.
yeah. So as you have your arrow drawn, you see Cormac sort of silently runs forward. So you basically have your arrow knocked and waiting, and as he like leaps with his blade, you let go of the arrow. So you both get to roll at advantage because the orc didn't see you guys.
Because we're ninjas.
Wood elf.
Crit.
Oh shit.
Dang.
At 20.
So both of those definitely hit. So roll me damage.
Okay, so that's 20 damage for my crit, and then my sneak attack is 2d6. Another 4.
All right.
24 damage for me.
So Cormac,
I do get a second attack as well, but you carry on first. Yeah.
oh no, because what you see is you let go of your arrow. Cormac comes out. The blade goes through this orc, and it's already dropping, and your arrow goes through the side of its skull. As it's starting to fall to the ground in front of you, Cormac, do you let it thwap to the ground, or are you going to try to...
I'm going to try and do it quiet. Like, we got to...
When you come out of the trees and you stab him, and you see, real quick, you're taken... There are 3 other large forms all sleeping on the ground.
I don't want to just drop him. We got to try and keep this quiet.
All right. Do you want to roll me an athletics to like grab him under the arms and keep him from hitting the ground?
Yes.
I mean, how far away am I? Can I assist?
If you want to run forward, sure, you can bolt up and get so he can have advantage on this as you help him.
Go ahead, run. Because you would have, but
21.
Ooh. All right. So Cormac stabs him, and then he's falling. And Cormac, you get your hands underneath his arms as Clarilla like runs up and just sort of holds him up, and you two can kind of put him down on the ground. And you hear as one of these big, ugly brutes like sort of rolls over and kind of chews in his sleep, but doesn't wake up. And then everything's quiet again.
What do we see?
There's like this small area. It's kind of amongst a bunch of trees. There's like a cooking pit that they look like they put together, but it's out right now. And there are 3 sleeping orcs.
I feel like we would have had time in the hour that we walked over here to sort of have a bit of a conversation. I feel like we would be understanding signals. I make the motion of signal of like tying them up with rope. To
I don't.
My buddy Cormac.
I don't think I can signal the reply, which I want to say. Be more like, I probably could. There's 2 of us, 3 of them. We're little elves. They're big orcs. Like.
So more.
Maybe if we had the shiny, glittery, loud people, yes, but
this is why
Shall we go and get
the
them?
People around.
Shall we go and get the others?
I don't know. Your call. Saying what? It's a 2-hour trip there and back.
I mean, or we could take them out like this. I mean, orcs are evil. We could take them out.
would probably want to go back and use my bow at range, and if they wake up, run.
All right, so let's take some distance and shoot again.
Make sure we shoot the same.
Yep.
All right.
So we do the hand signals again.
Okay.
You know, like airplane, whatever, you know. Like.
Oh, can I quickly see if there's any gold or anything shiny on the one we
Oh
killed?
yeah. So, you quickly look through this orc's pockets, and you find, he has 10 silver pieces and 2 gold pieces in his coin pouch.
Rich. I'll turn to Clarilla and Black. He had nothing.
Inside check.
Sure.
He had nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
He had nothing.
Got nothing.
Not a thing.
That's a
Bloody
shame.
orcs. I know, right?
Oh, who'd have thought?
All right. So, you guys back up. There's the one slumped dead orc, and then there's the other 3. You're gonna pick one at random and shoot at him as he's
Yeah, but
sleeping.
we both picked the same one.
Okay.
Like
So.
we coordinate.
All right, so because he's prone, you will have disadvantage on the shots at him. But he's prone, so, and he's not moving.
Well, let's do it.
All right.
Why not? Okay,
That's fine.
that's not good.
All right, so Clarilla, you shoot at this orc, and you hit it with an arrow, and it comes awake with a roar of pain as the arrow sinks deep into its like upper part of its stomach, and it wakes up the other 2 orcs, who like throw back their blankets in surprise, and they start jumping up. So I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative.
Do I get to pull off my second attack?
Yes, you do, as he's getting up.
Alright. So I would like to do that first. And then-
Okay. That will also hit. All right, so you shoot him with a second arrow. So as he's like screaming in pain, and he like leans up to see what's going on, you hit him with a second arrow in the throat, which cuts off the shriek of pain, and he slumps down as the other 2 get up in surprise and look around for the 2 of you in the tree line. So
Do we stay or do we run? Cormac, do we stay or do we run?
I don't know. It's a 2-hour run back.
Okay.
Screaming, help us, help. We're under attack, help. Wait, what was the secret signal?
Something like that, but we need to go there first. We should have come up with a better signal.
all right.
Like an arrow flying would have been better. Anything would have been better. Maybe they don't understand smoke signals. Anyway.
So, Cormac, you are the first to react as these orcs are throwing themselves to their feet, and they are grabbing for their great axes at their sides.
Okay, well, I'm going to attack with my short bow.
All right.
I have advantage against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Definitely hits one of these 2 orcs.
Well, I'm going to try and read my sheet. In addition, any hit you score against creature that is surprised. Are they surprised?
Yeah, they would be. Well, no, they know someone's there because somebody got hit. They see that they're under attack, so they're not surprised.
Okay, so I don't do sneak. I just damage. I don't do sneak attack. That's the 5.
All right, so you fire at these guys. You're about 60 feet into the tree line. You fire, and you hit one of them. He roars in pain, and he was looking around wildly for a target, and he like pinpoints where the arrow came from and look in that direction.
Probably shouldn't have done that in hindsight, and I'm going to run away 35 feet.
All right, so Cormac dashes further away into the trees. Clarilla, you are standing there, bow in hand. Cormac is running away.
And I think I can do a bonus action to hide.
Oh, good. Roll me a stealth check.
It's only meant to be 14, not advantage.
Okay, and then you
Oh
add.
wait, plus 6.
Yep.
20.
Okay, so 20 stealth. So you look back, and Cormac has disappeared into the trees somewhere over there.
Oh, god damn it, he did run back, didn't he? He ran the whole 2 hours now. So they are both coming towards me?
They have leaped up, and now they're looking in your direction because an arrow just came from that direction. So you see both targets. One of them has an arrow sticking out of him. What do you want to do?
I shoot the one with the arrow.
Oh, okay. That definitely hits him.
11 damage.
All right, so he looks in your direction and he points and he falls backward onto the ground out of your sight as the last thing you see is your arrow in his eye. And he thumps down. The other one roars.
I shoot an arrow at him too.
Sweet.
Oh, no.
That goes wide.
I follow where Thingy just ran off to Cormac because, 35 feet, please.
All right, so you bolt back after Cormac. You hear this blood-curdling yell behind you, and you hear thump, 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 as this orc is charging into the tree line after you. And he covers, like 60 feet, so he's only like 35 feet away from you. It's just running full speed. And he looks around to see where you all went. And he sees you guys, like he sees you. He doesn't see Cormac. And he gives another roar and he like runs toward you. And he gets almost 5 feet away from you. Cormac, you see this orc just running full speed at your friend. And this axe is coming up over his head and he's roaring in anger at her.
Looks like I'm going to be the only one left alive in this group.
Help.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it now is. He's just full speed running toward her, and it looks like he's gonna catch her in like 6 seconds.
Is it a bonus action or is it free to take my rapier out? Because the short bow is useless right now.
If you drop the short bow, free action to just pull your rapier out.
Oh, I'm dropping the short bow. And this will be rapier attack.
And this is sneak attack because he does not know where you are.
Do I get advantage because it's
Yes.
within 5 feet of...
Mm-hmm.
Now 23.
All right.
23.
Yeah, so this orc is madly running, and all of a sudden Cormac reappears and stabs with his rapier. And he stabs into its side. So 12 points of damage. It roars in pain. But it sort of like doubles over for a minute. The axe comes down, but it's still on its feet. So,
And then I will... disengage and run.
Cormac runs back. So the
I'm
orc...
going to run back towards the guys which we've killed, though. I'm really going to confuse this guy.
All right, so Cormac goes the other direction back toward the orc camp. And Clarilla, you the orc is kind of stopped in his full tilt run toward you. And so you're like, there's like 5 feet between you and him, and he is starting to bring that axe up again with you still standing there, kind of looking over his shoulder to watch where Cormac went to.
I am going to... If I run away, he won't get attack of opportunity, right?
No, he won't.
All right. I would like to run 35 feet. And then I would like to turn around and I would like to shoot him.
All right, so you run the other direction than from where Cormac went, so you guys are on opposite ends now?
No. I'm running towards... Did I see where Cormac was running to?
Yeah, he went back toward the camp.
Yeah, no, I'm running there.
Okay,
running
so
there.
you just bolt around and head back for the camp.
Yes.
Why are you following me?
Because you can help me.
All right, go ahead and give me some arrow shots, this guy.
Please roll better. 13.
A 13? That just hits him.
Yay! I fear for my life at this stage. We should have brought the shiny people.
So he is raising the axe and you shoot him and you hit him right in the neck again, and he collapses down onto the ground. And the 4 orcs are now dead.
That was easy.
That could have gotten worse. Adrenaline is still pulsing within my veins, and I'm sort of just like, we beat them. Look at that. They're dead. Even without the shiny people.
How are we going to get the shiny people over here?
I would like to search them for gold and stuff, particularly gold.
I would also like to search them.
All right, so Clarilla, you look at the one that fell at your feet, and you come up with 20 silver and 1 gold piece out of their pockets. So Cormac, you dashed back toward the camp, and you search the other 2 bodies. Between the 2 of them, they each have coin purses. You find 6 gold pieces and 25 silver pieces.
Hey, what'd you find?
Again, these guys had nothing. I just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, my guy didn't either.
Yeah, drats.
I'd like to inside check him, but no, I don't think there's anything.
Well, if you're inciting me, I'm inciting you. So you're a liar.
So Cormac definitely knows that you found something, but you think that Cormac has come up empty on 3 tries.
How unlucky.
Well, he had a torch on him.
Oh, awesome. You can keep the torch. I don't need it.
Yeah.
Looking around, you don't see any signs of any more orcs near here. This looks
That's
like...
how we go back. There's another party coming. We can ambush them and maybe the shiny people can do something.
How do you feel about trying smoke signals?
I don't like smoking.
So the campfire, is it still lit?
It was, they had put it out, but I mean, there's still some firewood nearby and stuff like that if you wanted to light it back up.
No, I mean, that's
the
going to
other
take
question is, how smart do you think the other 2 are? I say we just go back.
They did think they were hiding behind a branch with no leaves.
Oh, is that what they were doing?
I think hiding is what they were doing, yeah. I suppose we'll go back.
Okay.
From what kind of a distance can we see them? Like, I'm imagining from quite a far distance.
Well, if I go back to the other guys, so you guys, like 3.5 hours have gone by, and you're just still there at the edge of this path.
They're definitely dead.
I've kind of just sat down next to the tree, and I'm kind of picking at my teeth, going, I'm kind of bored.
Hey, should we go try to find them, or?
We could. They're going to hear me coming from a mile away, but...
Yeah, I got to stretch anyway. Let's go.
Yeah, sounds good. Why not?
Do you try to be sneaky or just march into the trees?
I'm just going to march into the trees. I'm not even going to try.
Nice.
It'd be useful for me to try to hide with him, so just going to walk.
All right. So as you guys are walking, Cormac and Clarilla, you walk back, and actually it doesn't take you, you're making really good time. At about the maybe hour and 15-minute mark of your walk back, you hear heavy footsteps approaching from the direction you're walking.
There's another hunting party. I'm going stealth and hiding.
Yeah.
17.
Hang on. Stealth.
Got to prepare to attack.
I take out my arrow, bone arrow.
All right. So, Ardak and can you say it? I can't say it. Rizan. You are making your way through the trees, watching for orcs. You guys want to make me perception checks?
Sure.
Let's go for it.
So,
nope,
all right. So you guys march along through the trees. So, Clarilla and Cormac, you see, all of a sudden you see, shining in a little bit of sunlight that comes through, you see a silver shimmer and then a golden shimmer, and you hear this clank, clunk, clunk, clank, clunk, and you see as your 2 friends just sort of are trotting by on the path, like walking along, looking around,
Are
And
they singing? I feel like they must be singing with that much noise.
The trees are pretty, oh so pretty.
I gonna stab, 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 stab.
and they just sort of are walking past. And at one point, you see Ardak sort of like looks like directly at the tree where you guys are, and just continues to walk by, like la la la. Like I don't know.
I take out one of the torches I've got, and I just sort of throw it a little bit past them, like a shot across the bow kind of thing.
And I'll try and tackle one of them.
Okay, so you can roll an athletics check with advantage. Who are you trying to tackle?
Who's the smaller one out of them? Because I'm just a little elf.
Well,
That's a
Ardak
good
Ardak
question.
is a dragonborn barbarian, and Raisan is a Githyanki, like a taller. Are you more slender of build?
I'm 6'2" and 342 pounds.
Holy crap, you're not slender at all.
I'm going after him.
Okay.
I was gonna say Ardak's probably the same, except he's all his weight is muscle. So
All right. So this
They're both the same, whichever's closest.
yeah. So this random like torch, like not even lit, comes out of the woods and hits the ground in front of you guys, and then Raisan, something moves through the trees and like lunges at you. You can either make an athletics or an acrobatics as this form just dashes out of the trees at you.
I'll go with athletics. I'm pretty good on my feet,
Yes!
but not so much.
The wind is knocked out of you as you are thrown to the ground, and a light figure is now sitting atop you or looking down at you.
You're dead. That's what would happen if we were an orc. You'd be dead.
If you were an orc, I'd have heard you.
Okay, buddy. I've already taken out 12 of them. I've already taken out 12 orcs. Where have you been?
Ardak just walks over and pushes Cormac off.
Try it. Go on.
Make an athletics check.
All right.
Cormac can make athletics or acrobatics to avoid being pushed. Oh, so you push and you don't push him off, but he also doesn't avoid. So you kind of are tussling over Raisan, who is like lying on the ground underneath you both.
So some 6 foot 300 odd pound dragons trying to push a little wood elf and cart. I get it.
I walk past them and I pick up the torch.
That'll be 5 gold as well.
I'm going to reach up
Pushing
from the
me.
ground and just push both of them
Okay, so make
off of me.
make
We
two,
have to go.
It's a giant wrestling match, apparently.
two athletics checks. You guys can make acrobatics or athletics to not be pushed. Oh, those are pretty good. All right, Cormac
I'm
goes
good.
flying. But now Raisan and Ardak are now like, just get off of me. Nope.
He keeps trying to get up, and Ardak just keeps pushing him back down.
I chose to hop off.
So
All right, did you find any orcs?
12 of them. Killed them.
There was loads. It was a battle. It was one of those battle for the ages.
Insight checking this.
all right, roll me some deceptions, you two.
Whoa.
I need some insight on this.
Why am I roll so low?
Oh.
I mean, to be fair, we did fight for 4 of them, which, you know.
Well, it wasn't really a battle per se because we kind of wiped them out before they got to do anything.
I mean, we took them out. They
Yeah,
were-
Just like we took you guys out.
All 12, right?
Yeah.
I said 12. She said a lot, so I may have miscounted.
Mm.
It was difficult, you know, heat of battle and all, you know. But they had nothing on them.
Math is hard.
Nothing.
I don't believe you.
Insight check.
We're the most distrustful group.
Natural 20 for 1 gold and 20 silver. That was worth that roll, guys.
Mhm.
So I
They had
totally believe
armor and
But I-
weapons. I had armor and weapons. No tridents.
you. No tridents. Okay,
No
I believe
tridents.
you.
So, we may have only found one hunting party.
But we did take them all out. So We should go and see if we find some more. But we thought we'd give you guys something to do as well.
We were probably going to go back to that ambush point.
And see if the others come by. Do you want to come?
Might as well.
Maybe we'll teach us how to hide.
I would like to walk like 30, 50 feet ahead of the others so that I can, scout ahead a little bit.
I also don't want to be near the heavy people because they reduce my chance of hiding.
Fail one stealth roll.
So the elves just leave you two to walk together back toward the muster point. So
Typical elf behavior.
Yeah.
all right.
I mean, me and Cormac are just
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
They just simply don't know work.
Talking
They
in
don't
Elvish,
simply know any better.
so, they don't even know what we're talking about.
Plus, we have a speed of 35, so I think we just walk faster in general.
Yeah. Because what else, buddies? Woo!
So you guys go back, and things seem undisturbed. You kind of can pop back and check on your horses. They're fine. And you can kind of look around here to sort of set up if you want to wait and try to catch this other group. Clarilla, you know that it could be a while before they come back. Like, you caught one party coming back, but they were probably the ones that had gone, maybe the day before the other ones or so. So you might have to wait maybe till tomorrow for them to come here.
I don't
Well,
want
it is in the afternoon right now, though.
Mm. So they probably, they won't be traveling until tonight. So the earliest they'll get back is sometime tonight. But then if they're not back tonight, it'll probably be at least another day. So they won't be back till the following night into the morning.
So we just want to wait out this night. Because if inside wherever we're going to go is full of orcs, they'll be awake at night time. Because what we did just travel how many hours?
So you guys it's like afternoon now. Like, it was kind of mid-morning. Okay. And so it probably took you to about 2 in the afternoon or so to get back here and kind of settle back.
Only 2. I don't know, it's up to you guys. I'm easy with anything.
Let's just chill for a bit.
So you guys decide to kind of sit and wait.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we should go up towards the smoke.
Yeah, I mean, we're here for find these.
Isn't this where the smoke came from?
No, the smoke was coming from up on the top of the hill. Like,
Way
up
up
at the top.
I thought this is this.
I mean, we're supposed to find these weapons, and killing orcs is just a nice little perk.
Just a bonus.
So do we want to head towards the smoke?
Yep.
Or
So yeah,
All
so
right.
you saw you could there's a path, sort of like a footpath that it looks like the orcs and other creatures of the hillside use to come up and down. So you could use that route. You also have the option, you could go off the path and just try to traverse through the tree line and go up and go on your own if you wanted to as well, and kind of scout further around this area. The choice is up to you.
I'm taking the path.
I guess we're taking the path.
that's probably better if we go through the woods. People could be hidden
Okay.
easier.
All right, so you guys head back and you find the bottom part of this path, and you can see, looking at it, you can see that it wasn't constructed by the orcs or the other creatures of the mountain. This is old, and it's started to wear down quite a bit. So it looks like whoever first made a home in this whatever this is, hill, mine, whatever, it looks like they built this for ease of access to come up and down the slope. So it may have existed since the time of Durgeddin. And it kind of winds its way up and into the trees and sort of disappears upward along the slope. So you all get together and you start making your way up this path. And you go up and up for a ways until you finally come to a spot where you can see it looks like there is sort of an opening that leads up further to a ledge.
Hmm.
Do you guys want to keep moving up the trail?
How high is the ledge above where we are?
So you guys are maybe about 60 feet down from it, but the path kind of leads up and around and goes right up to this ledge. And then it looks like it comes to the edge of the rock and kind of disappears into the mountainside there.
Well, we want to go into the mountain, don't we? Is that where the forge is, allegedly?
Allegedly.
Probably be what could be causing that smoke.
True.
The forge? Maybe.
I say we do it.
So, but this path leads to that ledge, though, right?
Yeah, it looks like it leads up and around and then doubles back toward that ledge. And then it looks like the path disappears into the actual rock. So it looks like there
Okay.
might be an entrance up that way.
I want to listen out as we walk, just to make sure nobody is coming down around the corner.
All right. Let's see.
Do I roll, or are we just...
Yeah, you can make me a perception check. And
12.
12. All right.
Thank God I didn't roll like this during combat.
Save the rolls for when you need them, you know? All right, so let's see. Just gonna move you guys to a map, but I want you to be able to see. So, the elves have dark vision, but I believe the other two of you don't, right?
Do not.
Do not.
Oh god, not only are you shiny, but you're also blind.
That's why I bought the lantern.
Pretty much. It's great.
Lantern.
How much did you spend on that lantern? Because I've got one in my backpack here.
5 silver pieces, but it's very beautiful.
It is
So
very
it's worth
nice.
it.
I'll trade you mine for 5 gold pieces.
Why would I pay when I have one?
Because it's mine.
It's a good question.
No.
All right. So,
Where's the shot?
all right, but you guys can all see here because the ledge actually opens up on your left-hand side as you kind of come up this way. And you're kind of looking down the slope now. So you're looking down and away down the hill. And you're probably about 600 to 800 feet up the rise now. You guys have meandered your way up and kind of gone back and forth on this path. So you guys are kind of making your way up here, and you can see up ahead, it looks like the path kind of turns on itself and disappears into the stone wall of the cliff up ahead of you. But Cormac, you do hear, very lightly, you hear like a, like something is up at the top of the rise. You hear like breathing.
There wasn't any of yous, was it? I'll look at the 2 shiny people.
Nope.
How
Not
far away
me.
from Cormac am I?
You're probably like right behind him.
Okay.
Can you guys
I
all
saw-
see the map?
Yeah.
Okay.
I walk past him. I also want to have a look out and see what I see.
I'm going stealth. I'm becoming a ninja.
Okay.
20.
That's okay.
So Cormac goes like up against the wall quiet. The rest of you, do you tell them that you heard somebody up ahead?
Yeah.
So the rest of you, if you stop and listen, you also can hear the low sound of somebody breathing up ahead. So what do you guys want to do?
How far up ahead would you say?
You
is?
would figure that this is coming from maybe a little less than 100 feet up at the top. Like it's like right at the top of this rise. Whatever these are up there.
Mhm.
I'm just pressing up against the wall so we can get the map properly for all the little bumps and divots.
I guess we... Ouch.
What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to ready my greatsword and start moving forward as quietly as I can.
Okay. So you guys make your
Just-
way maybe another 60 feet up the slope.
Yeah, and I clutch my trident and try and be stealthy as well.
I've got my bow and arrow out.
All right, so you guys all move. I'm gonna have everybody just roll me stealth checks. Or did you? Oh, you did. Look at you
And
guys.
we all did.
Aw, you guys are awesome. All right. So let's see.
We're not very stealthy though.
I would like to move a little bit in front because they're noisy.
Okay.
I'm as stealthy as he is.
I mean,
I
I'm-
rolled
I'm-
a 20, buddy.
Oh,
That's
you don't
that's
have
an
any
extra.
bonuses in there.
I also
I
think
can't-
that I'm super stealthy, so I'm right with him.
It won't let me double my proficiency on the roll 20 sheet, so I just got to add my proficiency on top again.
Okay.
All right. So the two noisier ones, you actually are they're being fairly quiet. You guys are pretty impressed. They're somewhat quieter than you expect. But you two move further ahead. And as you come,
Must be the trees that made the noise.
it was definitely the twigs underfoot. But as you get to the top of this the rise, and you see this sort of like open area here, kind of this little ledge that sticks out over the edge, looking down 800 feet to the ground below, you see two orcs sort of standing, looking out into the distance away, like sort of watching down the hill, and then kind of like looking back at each other and talking in orcish, and then looking back out. They look extremely bored.
Does anyone speak Orcish?
Nope.
No.
I do. Hang on, do I? No, I don't. Never mind.
Okay. I really want to spar to one of these, but I think I'm better off stabbing.
They don't seem to have noticed the two of you at the top yet, and the other two are still making their way up behind you a few feet back.
I shoot the one on the left with an arrow.
Oh, I'm charging
I'm
the one on the left. Whichever one's being shot, I'm charging that one with my rapier.
Okay, I'm gonna have you guys all roll initiative just to see what happens. Where's my
Okay.
orcs? Orcses.
Don't worry, guys. I've got this.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Do you remember the sign for panic? Do you remember what that was?
Hands in the air, running in a circle.
Well, that'll do. I'd like to see Cormac do that.
No, Cormac don't. He doesn't panic. He's smooth as. He can handle any situation.
All right, so
I like how you're trying to convince yourself there.
Clarilla, you let loose an arrow as Cormac charges forward.
All
So
right.
you roll to attack.
Ooh!
Oh, that will definitely hit him.
Is it normal or with advantage?
Oh yeah, that hits 26 with advantage. So 6 points of piercing damage to him.
And I roll
And then so you charge forward.
16.
16 will hit him.
But because my assassinate, any
Mhm.
hit I score against a creature that is surprised as a critical.
Okay.
So critical's the damage twice, right?
Critical is double your dice, yes. So and then
22. Jesus.
yeah. So
Don't forget my sneak.
dang. All right.
26.
I'll just wait here.
All right, so you charge forward, and the other orc watches as you just stab and kill his brother, who tumbles over the edge and disappears down the ledge away from here. Just
Oh
gone.
no, my gold.
Yep, he just thumps and kind of tumbles away. Do you want to make a quick acrobatics to grab for his coin purse as he falls?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Damn.
You like, oh shit, and it just goes, and you watch him. I mean, maybe you can find him later when you go back down the hill. So then, Cormac,
Can I do my my
second
extra
shot.
attack?
Sure.
Yeah.
That was Raisan's gold.
Yeah.
Another 11.
All right. So you shoot, and you hit this one who yells out in pain. Cormac, what do you want to do? It's top of the order after your sneak and run.
I'm attacking him,
Okay.
which is advantage on attack rolls against creature hasn't taken a turn. 13.
A 13 will just hit him.
Ooh.
Okay, but this is in addition, any hit is a surprise. This isn't surprised, is it?
No, he literally watched you charge up and just kill the other guy. He's like looking at you.
Surprised. 9.
That is enough to have him fall to the ground at your feet. He is just clawing at his chest where you stabbed him. Clarilla, it is your turn.
I would like to step a bit forward.
Okay.
Do I see anything down there? No, I don't.
Oh, you go around the corner?
Yeah, I want to go around the corner.
Make a perception check for me when you do.
All right. I'll take a 20.
All right, so you round the corner and you look around quickly, and you are startled when you look to your left and you realize that you are standing directly in front of an arrow slit. And you see an orcish face appear behind the arrow slit, knocking an arrow and pointing it in your direction.
Can I move?
Yeah. You would
Actually, no, I can attack him. I can see him. Is it enough to shoot an arrow through?
Well, you shot both your arrows, so you did your attack action.
Are we not?
Oh yeah, no, this is your So yeah, you could attack him. You look through and you see him through the slit, so you could attack him.
I glare at him.
He glares back. That will definitely hit him. 8 points of piercing damage. Excellent. All right. So, Ardak, you are down the slope, and you hear all of this going on up on the rise. You can't actually see too clearly yet what's happening.
I'm just gonna run towards all the noise.
All right.
As Ardak gets closer, I just want to be like, and this is number 6.
I don't think I quite make it to there.
All right. So you come up enough to see. You can see Cormac standing over one dead orc, but you don't see. You just kind of see Clarilla has gone around the corner away from you, but you don't see anything else. So you just heard her bow shoot through this hole.
I'm going to use my action to dash towards where Clarilla went.
Okay.
So, or just to get like right next to her.
Awesome.
There. And then that's all I'll do.
All right. So Rayshawn, your party has all run up on this ledge, and you hear sounds of fighting up above.
I see everybody running up ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my dash action and get in there as quickly as I can.
Okay.
The shiny people have arrived.
Woot woot.
Now I get to hit things.
You do.
Oh, do you? I'm going to make sure I kill it before you get a chance.
All right. So you guys have rushed up, and you can see where Clarilla is looking, and you look over, and she's looking through this slit, and then one of these orcs that's beyond the slit is going to shoot an arrow through at you. So, let's see. He is going to fire on you, and I will use his javelin ranged attack. So, he gets a 15 to hit with his attack against Clarilla.
That hits.
All right, 1 second.
So squishy.
Always so squishy.
I know.
All right, so that is going to be damage. 4 points of piercing damage as he shoots you.
That's okay.
All
I
right.
was expecting worse.
And then from another arrow slit that you just didn't see yet, a little further down the steps, another arrow is going to fire. This one is going to be at Ardak.
Alrighty.
Go on, shiny people.
But it kind of clatters off the wall behind you, and you're sort of surprised that it, like, where'd that come from? Oh, it's down there. And then you hear some shouting in Orcish, and all right, and then it's going to be Cormac's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action and hide because I didn't do that last time.
Okay.
No, it's only meant to be a 14.
Okay.
Plus 6, 20.
20.
Sorry, 20.
That's like your number for stealth. I like it.
And then I'm gonna sneak up as far as I can, so 35 feet. That 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, hello. Oh, dog.
So you go, just slip right past the arrow slit. He doesn't even realize you slipped by, and you're kind of between the two. So neither one of these orcs who's inside the arrow slit seems to know you're there.
And I'm just gonna chill.
All right. So after you move, Clarilla, you are standing basically kind of like a showdown, arrow to arrow with this orc.
I'm going to shoot him again.
Okay.
He just shot me. I'm kind of pissed off about that.
He did just shoot you.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
That definitely hits him.
And let's hope for full piercing.
4 points of damage. He takes another arrow in the upper chest, but he's still standing up in there. And he roars through the arrow slit at you.
All right, I would like to move to over here.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit hidden.
Sounds good. All right, so she moves. Ardak, what do you want to do?
How big are these arrow slits?
They're big enough to fit like a blade through, but not for somebody to get through.
Would my trident fit through?
The head of your trident could fit through the arrow slit.
Okay. I'm gonna move in the direction. Now, the arrow that shot at me, I kind of know like where it.
Yeah,
generally
you saw
from.
it came out from like right here on the wall.
All right, I'm gonna move towards where I think it came out.
All right.
First. Yeah, I'm gonna move to like.
Yep. So
Can I see
you just
where I
step
am?
in. So you look through there and you can see with just a little bit of light that comes in from the cliffside, you see the hulking figure of an orc hiding in there.
Okay, I would like for my bonus action, I rage, and then I just stab the trident through.
I like
the
it.
arrow slit.
All right.
19.
A 19 will hit.
Okay. For is that 12 damage then?
All right. 12 points of piercing damage to the orc. He roars in pain as you stab him, and he yells something in Orcish, like over his shoulder. Anything else from Ardak?
No, I'm gonna stand right there and wait.
All right, so you are standing there as Rayshawn. You have run around the corner, and you see now you can see where these arrow slits are that they're coming out of, and you can see your party is dealing with something behind this wall.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go down this way to see if I can find an entrance into these things.
All right, so you move further down
Yep.
the corridor. You see you are descending now, and it's hard now that you're on in the corner. The light only goes so far. You can see that it looks like there's stairs that descend further, and the tunnel maybe turns further up ahead. But you can't see a doorway into wherever these orcs are from your vantage point.
Well, I'm going to use my dash action. I'm just going to keep walking down in here.
All right. Do you have a light source as you get further down?
Oh, I guess I would need to light a torch.
All right. So you're going to light up a torch So do you want to use your just an action to quickly spark a torch?
Yeah, I'll use my action to spark the torch.
All right. So this little torch here, this little icon, it is all set up to be carried as a torch. So if you want to move it to where you're going to go, that's your light source.
Well, I'm as far as I can get if I'm taking my action to light my source. So.
Okay. So, all right. Once you get there and you light up your torch, you can see that the tunnel does in fact kind of curve around further down. And then you hear from down around the corner, you hear this scraping sound, this boom, like somebody just slammed something closed up ahead of you. And then it's Cormac's turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna step out and stab this guy.
Ooh, all right. So you round the corner and you stick your rapier through the hole in him.
If I'm hidden, is this a surprise?
Yeah, he's doesn't know you're coming as you just step forward and stab through the hole.
So that's advantage or normal?
Yes, advantage.
I like being a rogue.
Rogues are fun.
Rogues are fun.
I've never been one.
So yes,
Stab.
you stab him and he is startled as you run him through, and that is enough damage to kill him.
Ooh.
Bah.
Another one bites the dust.
And then bonus action to hide.
All right.
Oh, nat 20. And then I'm going to use my other 30 feet and run down.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right. So you can see further around this corner. You can see, because you have dark vision, it looks like there's another set of stairs that descends, and then there's like a small hallway with another set of stairs down to a set of double doors that are closed at the end. So it looks like there's a set of big stone doors that have been shut at this end. And then it is Clarilla's turn.
All right. So the other arrow place, did I see that earlier where the other arrow came from?
Yeah, you were standing next to Ardak when an arrow shot him, so you know exactly where that one is as well.
So I would like to step over there and shoot an arrow. Yeah. 17.
17 hits him, even with his cover from the arrow slit.
10 piercing.
10 points of piercing damage.
I love my bow. It's really good.
So Ardak, you an arrow sort of just goes right past your ear through the slit, and you see the orc in surprise, like he opens his mouth and it goes through his head and he's dead. So
Cool.
now
Kind of gruesome, but yeah. So then I would like to walk a little bit further. I guess I can go about this far. And then that's that.
All right, great. So after you move down the stairs, Ardak, what do you want to do? So Rayshawn has lit a torch, so now you guys can both see in this darkened corridor, and you see it descends further ahead. You can just see, actually, you don't even see him. You guys look around, you have no idea where Cormac went, even with the torch lit. He just has disappeared into whatever shadow there is left.
I'm just gonna keep heading down the corridor. So
Okay.
I'll move my movement.
So you could take a double move if you wanted to go, or you can take just a single move and wait for the party.
I'm just gonna do single move and wait there because I can't see
All right.
anything ahead of me.
Hang on. There you go.
Don't you have your lantern out?
Rayshawn has the torch out. The lantern is not out yet.
Then I'll just use my action to hit up my lantern
Oh yeah. Okay. So 1 second.
because I can't do anything else.
That's cool.
She hear a voice from the shadows. Lantern.
I thought you had a pretty new lantern. All right. So
I
here.
lose one of my rages.
So
Oh.
here is your lantern. That's
Yay.
your little light source you can interact with. All right. So what does Rayshawn want to do as the rest of the party is moving down the stairs?
I am going to take a double move with my lantern. And move to there.
Okay.
I can't see my lantern anymore. There it is.
There it goes. Dink. All right, so you guys are making your way down. You come around the corner, and Rayshawn, you hear the twang of a bow as an arrow launches from the wall opposite of where you're standing through what must be another one of these arrow slits that you didn't see yet.
Gosh darn arrow slits.
I know, they're terrible. So this guy is going to take a shot at you. Where did it go?
Okay.
All right, so he fires his arrow. He gets a 12 as he shoots at you from his hiding place.
Yeah, that'll clang off of my armor.
You hear a curse in Orcish. Then it's going to be Cormac's turn.
Oh no, where did he go?
I don't know.
Haven't
Did
seen
I see
him.
where that arrow came from?
Yeah, you have a line of sight in this area, so you did see that the arrow came from across the way over here in the southern wall.
Okay, well, I'm running to that. 5, 10, 15. These squares are weird here.
You have just enough movement. You can get right to the slit, like right there, and sort of peek around the corner. Like peekaboo.
Awesome. Stabbing time.
All right, so you get to the slit, you peekaboo around the corner, and you see an orc inside there.
23.
Oh, definitely.
And this is with my sneak, right?
This is definitely sneak. He did not see you coming.
21.
Oh, yeah. He is standing there getting ready to knock another arrow, and you just run him through and kill him. And he is dead.
I would like to stab him just from the side without looking through.
Just backhand the rapier, like, and then pull it back out and hear a nice resounding thud on the other side.
Now we all know what my bonus action is.
Hide.
27.
And suddenly Cormac's gone again. All right, so everything goes quiet again. Everything calms. You guys are standing, looking around at each other. You're in this stairwell, and you can.
I'm going back to loot the bodies.
Okay. Well, the only one that you can get to actually loot is the one at the top, the one body that was still up there, because the other one fell, and Cormac missed the purse on the way down.
Yeah, I would like to go for that one and loot it.
Okay. You run back up, and let's see, how much do they have?
I'm going to tell the other guys she's probably going to lie about finding nothing, so...
I don't care.
Because
I
last
just
time
want
she
to kill
lied.
some dang orcs.
So 2 gold and 16 silver pieces inside this orc's money pouch.
All right.
I just expect you guys to pay for the horses.
What horses? I thought we were ransoming them back for money.
I returned to the others. Yeah, they had a couple of silver pieces on them. Nothing exciting.
All right. So you are looking now where you stand forward at this heavy door that has been closed.
Is it right where I'm at now? Because I moved down the stairs.
Yeah, it's going to be like right there.
Okay.
It's basically directly ahead of you in that little nook is that double door.
Okay.
Does it look like it opens outwards or inwards? Can I investigate the door?
Sure, you can take a closer look at this door.
I want to do that too.
I think I know everything about this door.
So, yep, it is a huge, heavy, double stone door. Looking at it, there's no kind of locking mechanism on the outside. Unless they've barred it from the other side, you think you could try to heft these open.
Shiny people, do you want to push?
Sure.
Not a problem.
Maybe if you got a running start at it.
Who needs a running start?
Would it just be a strength save? Okay. Oh, I did terrible. Why am I rolling so badly?
So you, Ardek, push on your door and it doesn't give, but Rayshawn pushes and shoves open his door, and it opens on a basically this small landing. It kind of swings open on, and you can see that there is a like the stone stairs here go down to like a marble flooring, but it's kind of cracked with age, and there's moss inside the area. And then you see with the light of your torch and the light of, there's actually, as it opens, you see that there's actually 2 torches on either side inside these doors. It illuminates it a little bit. You can see that about 10 feet from the open door that you're standing in, it looks like the ground drops away and just descends into this big chasm. You notice that there are 2 posts, and you can see the first couple planks of what was probably a rope bridge, but the bridge is hanging on your end as though somebody has cut it and let it fall away. So I will move this door so you can see it. All right, so you guys, and then Ardak, with a little bit of effort, you eventually get your door to open.
All right.
And
Told
you guys,
you should have done the running push.
so you guys can now see where you can see the bridge in this picture. It looks like someone has now cut it, and the bridge is gone. And so, Cormac, as you come through here, what would you want to do in this instance? Like, we're gonna go back into initiative real quick. You slip in behind your friends, still being sneaky.
Of course. Can I do a perception to see if there's anything anywhere down, across?
Sure.
Just anything we may have missed. That is a 26.
All right, so you quickly look around, seeing that this bridge has been cut. When you do, you notice two things specifically on this side of the bridge. Next to where you're standing, you can see that the wall looks slightly indented, as though looks like there may be a panel here and a secret door. You look back, maybe ready to tell the rest of your group, and you note that behind Ardak on the wall opposite this is another similar divot. So you think there's at least 2 secret doors on either side of you here. And you can also make out in the shadows on the other side of the bridge, you see at least 2 forms that look like they're hiding behind rock pillars, lying in wait.
Okay, well, I'm going to whisper to the team. 2 people across the chasm behind the rock pillars. And it looks like there's 2 secret doors. And judging by my magnificent sense of direction, they're probably going to lead to the dudes which we stabbed.
They're already dead. What do we need to go see them anymore?
Maybe they have some of the treasures we need. And they may provide a way across a chasm without a bridge.
With my perception roll, can I see them? The 2 guys he's talking?
You can just see the shadowy figures behind the pillars on the other side.
Is there enough to shoot in there?
They have some cover, but you think you could get a shot off at them if you wanted to.
I would like to, yes, please.
Okay. That will hit. Also, Cormac, you notice above the door where you're standing, the secret door, it looks like there's 2 rocks that are sticking out a little further than the rest. Do you think if you push those, that door would open?
I accidentally clicked it twice, sorry.
Okay. 6 points of damage.
I'll pass that on to the others.
All right.
And I'm going to push my doors, my rocks.
Awesome.
Yellow.
Are there similar rocks above mine?
There are.
Ardak's going to reach up and push them.
All right, so Ardak, you reach up, you push the rocks above your door, and the door, you hear a click, and it kind of opens inward into this other area. Meanwhile, Cormac, you do it on your side as well. There's a click, and your door opens. On the side where Ardak is, it opens onto just a small stone corridor. You don't see anything beyond. Cormac, when the door opens where you are, you see an orc standing there waiting for you.
Am I still invisible? Pretty much.
Well, no, because you open the door and you're illuminated by the torchlight of Rayshawn's torch now.
Damn shiny people are trying to kill me.
So you open the door and now you can see there's an orc waiting. So Rayshawn, what do you want to do in this instant? There are 2 open doors, and looking left and right, you can see an orc in the doorway that Cormac just opened.
Oh, I see an orc. I'm going to run up and I'm going to swing my greatsword at him.
All right.
Get in there, shiny.
This side or this side?
To the north. So you run up with your torch.
There we go.
All
right. Now I'm going to swing my greatsword.
Please don't miss.
That will hit him as you run forward and swing your sword at him in this corridor. Ooh, 10 points of damage. Oh, wait, that's
an attack, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I hit the wrong button.
That's okay.
There we go.
All right, 9 points of damage to him.
That's an attack again. Do the damage, you hit the word.
Oh, yeah, hit the word great sword.
Thought I did.
So under in the chat, under where you rolled.
Oh, there we go.
There you
Got
go.
it.
Wow.
There you go.
Ooh,
All right.
nice.
So you do a hefty amount of damage to the orc as you swing. Do you have a second attack?
Oh, I do not.
All right. So the orc is going to roar in your face as you slash him, and he swings a great axe to try to return it in kind. He only gets a 7 to hit you, though. So he is unable to return the favor.
I laugh at him.
He does not seem happy with you laughing at him. And then it's back up to Cormac's turn.
Can I'm assuming that you'd have like a wide stance, because I kind of want to slide underneath the guy's legs and stab the orc. I don't know if I can. It only looks like 5 foot.
Yeah, you could try, if you wanted to try for me, to make an acrobatics check to try to get like past him. I would
flip off of him if it works. Yes.
Oh yeah. So you like use Rayshawn and you sort of bound and you land on this side of the orc. He's just watches in surprise as you just use a little bit of clearance overhead to just get past him. So you can stab at him.
Normal or advantage?
Normal. Because he definitely sees you go by. So
I don't think that hit.
A 12 will not. So yeah, you manage to swing, but he pushes your rapier into the wall as you try to swing, and he roars at you like, "Not gonna happen today."
Oh, cool! I did something amazing. Anyway, I'm good.
Yes. All right. So Clarilla, you are standing. You see a couple of orcs hiding on the far side. You see Cormac and Rayshawn are in hand-to-hand battle with this other orc in the tunnel.
Yeah, I would like to shoot that other orc in that tunnel, please.
Ooh, all right.
Ooh.
Definitely hits him, even with a little bit of cover from your comrades. Let's see.
Why did that just change?
It rolled with a plus because one of those is a crit. So if it was a crit, you would get the extra damage. But that is enough. You hit him in the side, and you do enough damage to kill him.
All right.
As he goes down.
And then I would like to go towards that hallway as well.
All right, you disappear into that hallway on the side. Ardak, what are you doing? You're standing in front of one open door. There, you can see now these shadowy figures. Like, it's hard to make them out, but you see something's on the other side. What do you want to do?
Okay, my door just leads like a little corridor. Is there anything else I can see, or?
It looks like it disappears around a corner. Heading back in the direction you guys came. Do you want to go in and investigate further?
I kind of do. Yeah, I'm going to go in there.
All right. So you loop inside. and you see a dead orc lying inside on the ground. It looks like he was run through with a rapier.
Cool. I'm assuming this is just that arrow slit we just were.
You see, you look out and you can see that front stairway. If you can kind of get a glimpse as you look down there.
And then I guess I don't know how much movement I have left. I don't think a ton. But just turn back and start heading towards where the rest of the group went.
Okay. So, Rayshawn, what do you want to do? This orc is now dead. Clarilla is standing over its lifeless body.
I'm going to continue moving. I'm going to step past everybody and go deeper in to see if there's any more orcs I can slash and cut.
All right.
Well, that's the way you think.
So you move deeper inside here, and you see the dead bodies of the 3 orcs, or that are already dead. Like you just walk by. Oh look, dead. Nice. So there's the one that Clarilla is standing over, and then there's 2 more in here. But you don't see any other living ones inside at the moment.
Oh, that just stinks.
So
I like killing orcs.
So if Ardak, are you gonna run in there and join them from that side?
From where I was, I dashed, so I'm still not quite all the way there.
All right. Well, if you
my turn.
All right. So where you're standing, we'll go. So the orcs across the way, you can't really see them too clearly, but they can see you. So they're going to, so they both sort of step out into view, like you see their shadowy forms move, so they can get a better look at you. And they're both going to take shots at you from where they are. So, first one is going to be a 17 to hit.
Misses.
For 8 piercing damage that misses. It clatters off the wall behind you.
What's your AC?
18.
Oh my god.
And then the second is going to shoot, and that one will also miss. And then they duck back into the darkness. So, Cormac, what do you want to do?
Bonus action hiding. That is a 15.
Mm-hmm.
And then would I have heard the javelin?
Oh, definitely.
Well, I'm running out and I'm gonna shoot one with my short bow.
All right. Yep. They're back behind the thing, but you can see them enough to get them. They have a little bit of cover. Doesn't seem to matter for you, though, as you line up your shot and hit one of them that's hiding.
Was I stealthy enough to be not seen?
Yes.
Does my sneak attack work on these or not? I don't think it does.
I don't think so. I think it's up close. So, but that's 13 points of damage. So let's see.
Oh no, the attack must use a finesse or a ranged weapon.
Okay. So, well, even with that amount of damage, you kill one orc because it already had been damaged by Clarilla from a distance.
And I think was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I'm just going to stand there and pray I don't get hit.
Okay. And Clarilla, what do you want to do? You're inside the door.
I'm going to go and peek my head out. Well, sort of peek my head out.
Yep.
But I guess I could just like lean out, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to shoot an arrow.
All right.
I'm not complaining about my rolls, but they're pretty good.
All right, so you hit the other orc that's hiding behind the wall for 4 points of damage.
And then I would like to go further back down that hallway.
All right, Ardak, what do you want to do?
So the javelins they threw at me, are they just like on the ground next to me?
Yeah.
Ardak's gonna pick one of those up, go, you dropped something, and throw it back at them.
All right. Yeah, with cover you still hit him.
And that is only 10.
All
I'm
right.
not raging.
He does not fall, but he is like, you hear him yell in pain, and he like pulls out the javelin, and you can see like well, Cormac can see at this distance. It looks like he's losing a lot of blood.
I'm just gonna point at the dragon next to me, like, here's the one that hit you.
And then Rayshawn, you are in the little secret corridor with a couple of dead orc bodies. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna walk back out.
I'm sorry for Rexon. He just wants to fight stuff.
I just want to. I want to kill something right now.
Hasn't killed a thing.
All right, so you walk back out and look around. You can't reach this orc in the distance.
Nope.
This angry orc steps back out. He has another javelin. He has the bloody javelin that the Dragonborn threw at him. And he's going to heave it back at you.
Yes.
And he will miss.
Are we just playing catch with this javelin?
And then he will move back behind this pillar. So he's hiding again. Cormac.
I'm just going to attack him.
That will miss.
That did not work, so I'm going to hide with a 25 and run away.
Nice.
25.
So Clarilla, it comes back around to you. This orc is bleeding profusely on the far side of the empty chasm here.
All right. I guess I'll do my thing, and I will shoot an arrow at him.
Oh, definitely. I think you do your thing.
That is my thing.
It is.
There we are.
All right. So that is another dead orc. So you have now killed all of the orcs that you have been able to see. But it seems that they took out the bridge that is hanging now in the chasm and have cut off your access point to the mines beyond. So I think that is a good place to stop for the problem solving for next time. Is what are you going to do now that the door is across an open chasm?
Hmm.
You guys can, so we don't forget, you can loot the other bodies if you want to.
Oh, yeah, they're being looted.
I think both Cormac and me will probably be racing to.
So, Cormac had a round by himself, so let's see. Oh, that didn't roll right. Hang on. So you find 34 silver pieces and 8 gold amongst the other bodies, and then Clarilla, you find 11 silver and 4 gold amongst the one that's kind of just slumped in the doorway.
What's with all these orcs and having nothing on them? This is terrible.
They just have a little money.
They're minimalists.
I glare at them with a disgusted look on my face.
The orcs or the wood elves?
The wood elves.
There
Liars.
There are about
Can't trust
3
the wood elf.
javelins that are just lying about on your side of the.
I am not lying.
Neither am I. There was absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Clink, clink, ching, ching, ching. Nothing.
As like 5 gold pieces fall out of his pocket.
Have you guys seen Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? The Harry Potter,
Oh, yeah.
the little creature that collects all the money. That's Cormac. When he's like, "We're not ching, 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 ching." It's like, wait a minute. I just like shiny things. So you guys have made it up the hillside. You have found a doorway into the side of the mountain. You've dealt with a handful of orcs now making your way in here, but now you have the issue of this chasm, and the bridge is hanging from your side down into the chasm. So we will leave this here for now and try to find out next time what our intrepid adventurers want to do to go further into the mine. Or just take your winnings and go home. No, I don't think so.
I mean, Cormac has like 2 gold on him.
Yeah, Cormac's making bank.
Yeah, 2 gold.
I'm just counting on you guys paying for everything.
Cormac hasn't paid for anything. I didn't even put a down payment down on the horse. Like, hey.
Hey, the Lord guy's paying for everything. He's reimbursing all our travel expenses. So
Yeah, which, as far as I'm concerned, now that's 300 gold for horses he owes us.
I want Cormac to have like a whole tally sheet at the end of the adventure to give back to the Lord before you give him anything. Like, this is the expenses, sir.
Yes.
I will. Like, hardships, 26 orcs I've killed so far.
All right, so so we will be back with this adventure in 2 weeks, and it will be 4:30 p.m. on that evening, and we should be having another adventurer join us for that one. She was not feeling well tonight, so we will be having another hero.
Another
joining the party.
Australian.
Yes. So why don't we go around and do any plugs anybody has for other things they're doing around the internet, and then we'll say our goodnights. So we'll start again with Kat.
I don't have anything this time. I probably have something next time though. But yeah, for now, just I had fun tonight and look forward to next time.
Yes. All right. How about Brad?
Same here. I don't have anything else going on. I had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the next time and seeing where we go.
Awesome. And Barry?
I actually do have something on 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. The Stalwart Initiative, their campaign, Reign of Ruin.
Ooh.
They needed someone last week, so I've only been there 1 week, and I get to be a half-elf sorcerer who doesn't trust anyone and thinks he's better than everyone, so it's fun times.
That sounds like fun. I might have to watch from work. Shh, don't tell anybody. No. And Jamie, what about you?
well, this Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on this channel, we're playing Call of Cthulhu: Reign of Terror. We finished part 1, where we killed a vampire, and then started part 2, where we may have inadvertently caused something even more terrifying to exist.
Ah.
And then also on twitch.tv/bardlovingdm on what's probably going to be September 8th, I think is our next session. We're continuing at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Glitter Dust, where we're all playing a bunch of pixies and sprites, and we're going to go fight a hag.
Sounds like fun.
Yep. And so for me, Tuesday I'm running them through Cthulhu. They didn't know there was a part 2. I'm so excited for that. They're currently in the catacombs under France with a monster. I love it. And then I'm also going to be playing on Saturday afternoon at 3:00 p.m. on Power Score RPG's Twitch. We're going to have what I think is going to be our last session for our Spell Squad Lizard King characters that we've been playing since last October. So we're going to be playing at 3:00 next week, and it's Saturday afternoon, and it may be our last session with our characters, so looking forward to it. And not. So, but I think that's all I have this week. So, and then 2 weeks we'll be back. So, thanks guys. I had a really good time. Glad everybody else, you guys seem to have a good time. And thank you for all those that stopped in, that watched, that chatted a little bit. Scotty, I saw you in there. And so we'll see you soon. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good week.
Good night.
And we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.